going. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the There's No Crying in Crochet podcast. And I'm so crooked, I don't know how to. Oh well. Okay, so there's always
Oh,
something,
goodness.
right? So I want to welcome every single one of you that has joined us today. It is so great for you to be here. We appreciate you so much. I am Biz from Bizzy Crochet, and this is my cohort in crime.
Debbie of MadameStitch.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Alrighty, so we're just gonna go through the usual business. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you click and subscribe so that you receive notifications when we go live. I am at Busy Crochet and Debbie is at Madam Stitch Crochet. Make sure that you follow us for more videos and tutorials because we're putting stuff up as often as we can. If you are following us on Facebook, please make sure that you give StreamYard permission to see your name so we can see your name, just so that you don't show up as a random Facebook user. We just like to say hi to everybody in person. Alrighty. And so, what's up this week, Debbie? What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh, we are in the thick of December, darling. You know, with it's the regular, I have a job, um, but we're in the midst of trying to get all the Christmas presents done. And I pride myself in every December having a plan. I've got it
Yeah.
all figured out. So I'm not really worried about the holiday gifts. But of course, there's a lot of extra
Mhm.
activity going on. I'm a homebody, so one thing extra a week just sort of makes my brain explode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saturday, we watched our younger grandson earn his first degree black belt. The test is grueling. It's
Yeah.
3 hours
Yeah.
long, 3 to 4 hours long. He's the last one in the family. So my older grandson got his last year,
Oh,
and their
wow.
mother, my daughter-in-law, got it a number of years ago. So they
Okay.
all have black belt. My son, slacker, no black belt, but that's okay. So we did that Saturday morning, and then, of course, last night was our older grandson's winter concert with band and
Uh-huh.
chorus and all that stuff. So that's the extra stuff we did this week. Other than that, it's just trying to keep head above water as
Yeah.
we travel into the coming weeks. What about you?
So I just have to quick apologize. I yawned, but it's not because I was bored. It's because I was literally lacking oxygen. So I just just didn't want anybody to take
Oh,
anything away from that.
I'm so offended, Biz. Oh
Right?
my gosh.
So this week, it's been super chill. We've had a really great week. Lots of just in the house, not really doing a whole lot other than cleaning. We're having our first soiree ever in Florida because I used to, when we lived in Wisconsin, I was a big one for having Christmas parties and always wanted to have people over to the house, all of that stuff. It didn't matter what time of year it was. But we've never done it since we moved down here because we really didn't feel like we knew enough people. And so this is our first year, and that's happening Saturday. And Tony's gonna smoke a brisket and a pork butt, and we're just having like a baked potato bar and that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm stressing because I'm like, oh, my house isn't perfect, but I'm having to make myself just settle the heck down because it's okay. The
Yep.
people that are coming are gonna love me no matter what my house looks like. So, other than that, I have been just making ornaments. Like that's my one obsession at this time of year because I have a tendency to back off of big projects, and I just have to finish like sewing in the ends on a couple of Afghans that I'm donating to the church. Other than that, not so much. It's been a really chill
It
week.
sounds wonderful,
And
wonderful.
hi, Kim. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Our madam has already said hello, but I wanted to. Alrighty, this week's topic.
Oh my
We
gosh.
are It's so fun. It's like my favorite time of year. We are going to be sharing with you this week Christmas decorations for your home, things that you could do to spruce up your home. We have got a really great resource for you that Debbie has painstakingly put together. It's huge. And it might not seem huge, but it is huge, and it took her a long time to do it. So love her, thank her, give her all the props. Um, she worked really hard on it. So, all right, let's I have just eliminated all of my okay, there we go. We are going to just go ahead and start on our presentation because it's
Oh,
lots of fun. Oh, and
oh
I'm
my
on the
gosh.
wrong slide.
All right.
Whoops,
Yeah, go back to the
daisy.
beginning. There we go. All right.
Start at
This
the
this
very
is just
beginning.
fabulous. All right, breaking into song. That's a new one on our podcast. I love it. But I went into one of my favorite Facebook groups and I asked for people to provide me with links to their best Christmas decorations under 5 categories, which we're gonna share
Mhm,
with you today.
mhm.
I love this picture, Biz. This is one I want you to talk about it because it's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, this is one of my favorite things to do, and, quite honestly, I have a favorite yarn artist who does a lot of coasters, and so what I do is I always find out what she's doing. As a matter of fact, she just came out with a little collection of Christmas ornaments that are kind of in her coaster style. But anyway, I digress. So I took her coasters and I fell in love and I started making little ornaments by making two of them and then just putting the backs together and stuffing them in the middle and putting a little loop on them. And they just are so cute and so fast and they are so perfect for using up your scraps.
Yep, and I love the colors, Biz. This would just look phenomenal on the tree, just to give that pop of color. I
Yes,
really like these a
and
lot.
that's why I like being able to use up my scraps so much is because I've got these little dinky balls of really great yarn that I'm not gonna be able to do anything else with. So,
Mhm.
using them for making ornaments and, using them as package toppers, secret Santas at work, teacher gifts, everybody loves them.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be the kind of thing that when my kids were in elementary school, I made all kinds of, handmade gifts for them at Christmas, and
Mhm.
ornaments was a big thing. Now back then I was cross stitching, so I did cross stitch ornaments, but this would be a quick, easy way to show your appreciation for that special elementary school teacher or preschool teacher
For
or
sure.
Sunday school teacher, all the
Yeah,
teachers.
absolutely. Yes, everybody loves them. All right, let's go ahead and scoot right on. We're going to start with tabletop trees. These have really become popular, and I'm seeing them all over Instagram
Uh-huh.
lately. There's a couple of artists that have fairly large names that they've all of a sudden come out with these, and I know that they've been around for a while, but it's really my first time seeing them get so popular.
Yeah, and I think this is the kind of project that's pretty fast.
Hmm.
You don't need a lot of yarn for it. In fact, in those first 2 examples you see, obviously you have the green, but then you can add pops of other color
Hmm.
in your design. Um, I think if I'm remembering correctly, that second from the left, I think that might be a tissue box cover. See
Oh,
the
it
little
sure
tissue
looks like
sticking
it's a
out the
tissue
top?
hanging up the top. Yeah.
Yep, I think so. Let me see on my list here if it says. Um, it does, and that is a tissue box cover.
Oh, that's cool. And
Um,
so everything that we're showing here today, I just want to point you to the comment section. Debbie put in a comment that here's the link to the document that contains all of the fabulous designs that we're going to see in today's episode. So if there's something that you like, we don't we don't have everybody's name because we can't remember them all. But everybody's link and everybody's name who is attributed to these designs is in this link and it's downloadable for you. It's a free PDF.
right, and so I think if you download it, I've made all of these links,
Uh-huh.
so you could probably just download the document and click on the links and you're to
Yep.
the pattern.
Yep.
So these, I will tell you who the artists are in this particular slide. You have Nana's Crafty Home, Hooked on Patterns, and Nikki's Handmade Crafts are the artists who are represented here.
That's awesome. All right, let's
Mhm.
move on to our next one. And
Ah,
Santa gnomes. Gnomes
Santa
are
gnome.
everywhere.
And I am always in awe of the creativity of the crochet designers in figuring out different ways to create a Santa gnome. So you
Mhm.
see here again, um, the third of the top row, second in from the right, that's a tissue box cover again.
Oh,
But
okay.
you notice his beard is the tissue,
Oh,
his
fun.
mustache.
So they taped
Is
it on
that
its side.
hilarious or what? Um, there's a pillow, second from the left on the bottom.
Mhm.
A
Yes.
basket, second from the right on the
Looks like there's a
bottom.
wreath
Um,
decoration.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's actually a gift card holder, if I remember correctly. Um, yes, that is by Green Fox Farms Designs, and that is the back of it. You turn it over. She's using it here in the picture like a wreath hanger, but it's actually a
Sure.
gift card holder. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see,
Um,
that's what I love is like you can decorate your whole house in handmade Christmas stuff. Like I know that the big thing is to go to Hobby Lobby and get everything 50% off. And for the mugs and that kind of stuff, I do, but I try to make as much as I can just because it puts me and my personality and what I love in my house.
mhm, I agree.
Hi to
Let's
Ariana from
see.
Wisconsin. Sorry, just popping in for that.
We have another slide. Don't go there yet. I'm going to tell
Okay.
you who these artists are.
Okay, cool.
Um, let's see. Melinda Parker. We have Nana's Crafty Home is well represented on this page.
Mhm.
And on the next page, Jen Hayes Creations and Nikki's Homemade Crafts. And you
Mhm.
also have Life and Yarn represented. And I've already mentioned Green Fox Farms.
Okay.
Um, with this fun page. But the next page, check this out. There is on the left, there's a door stopper, a
Fun.
stopper, right?
Yes,
And
that's
then a
cute.
couple of tabletops. Yeah.
Those are very cute. And see,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
love
have
the
to have a
draft
draft
stopper.
dodger. I don't have to have a draft dodger down here in Florida, but I
We
can
do.
totally remember needing them when I lived in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I actually have a laundry room that's we have a split level, and so it's on the bottom level and it goes right out to the backyard. There's a door to the
Mhm.
backyard. And I swear that's just oozing cold air all
Right.
winter long. So we have a draft dodger in front of that crack.
Yeah, they do have their purposes for sure, and they can be super cute
Mhm.
decorations for your home as well. All right, we
I
are gonna
love these.
they are cute. Alrighty, we're starting onto the huge topic of ornaments.
Huge.
Huge.
This is enormous.
It is. There's a
Oh
lot of
my
them.
goodness. There are a lot of them. I mean, you've got more traditional, you have fun. The
Mhm.
bottom left corner is, I think that's Green Fox Farms again, and she's used her ornaments as a bunting to decorate her
Ah,
window. I think it's just
that
stunning.
is super cute.
Um, yeah, I love the one in the upper right-hand corner. Just that's kind of my style, just really simple, um, but very effective.
And
Lots of very cool things.
the one on the bottom left, the bunting one, it's like,
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 different designs that she's got in there. Each one of
In
them
one
could be used
pattern.
in ornament and or it could be used as a bunting like you had said. But any one of these, if you think about it, you could take any ornament that you're making, make several of them, and just make a cute little bunting
Yep.
or a garland for your tree or to decorate a room or a doorway,
The
something like that.
fireplace, the
Yes, the
mantle on the
fireplace.
fireplace, we love to do that.
And I'm actually going to break in right there because you and I were talking about this right before we started
Mhm.
our podcast today. There's a bunting that I love that is I love patterns that make you look like a crochet genius or that you're doing something really really hard but they're actually really really simple. And I want to give a shout out to this and I'm going to find the link for the pattern and um I can barely remember the name of the person that designed it. So guys stick with me. But I do want to show you this. So it is Oh boy, that's really small. I'm going to quick
Biz,
take this
yeah, let's
off,
take the presentation away. There we go.
and I'm
Yay!
actually gonna bring us in a little bit closer. All right, so this
Mm.
is one of those ones that looks super hard. So if you've ever done one of the oh my god, I can't even remember what it's called. The blankets that are super fancy. Um and we're gonna move right along because I can't remember what it's called.
Is it
But
overlay mosaic?
well, it's overlay. I don't know if you
Sorta?
call it mosaic, but every single row is a different color and it works over the top of the stitches
Yeah.
before. So it like hides a lot of stuff in the background and it brings all of this stuff up to the front
Mhm.
and it's just I love it. So what I did is I took the little bitty bobble pattern that she had. So the bobble, you can make it any size you want. This is the biggest size. This is where it ends. The pattern ends there. But at any point in here, there's like 3 or 4 different spots where she says you can stop here for a small, you can stop here for a medium, you can stop here for a large. So all I did was take bigger yarn, made the whole thing, and turned it into a wall ornament. And I actually have this hanging up year round just because I love it so much, but just take a little bit of ribbon,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
I
that's
have some
cute.
wooden beads in my house, and I just you could make tassels for your window. You could just so many cute things that you can do. So find something that you love, and you can turn it into something else just by fiddling around with the yarn size.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Gonna
Oh,
add
we're
this
back.
back. We're back. Um, but yeah, so do you want to talk about anybody shout out to anybody on this page? Because we've
Well,
got
I
Lisa
think
and
what I'm
Queen
gonna
Card.
do is I actually don't remember who's on this particular page,
Okay.
each because I didn't break it up that way, but,
Uh-huh.
um, I think what we can do is just look at all of the ornaments, and when we're done, I'll give a shout out to um,
Okay.
as many of them as I can.
Sounds great. All right, so we've got some really, really cute ones here.
The Santa gnomes are still a big thing.
Very
They
big.
ended up in the ornament category here, and I think, let's see, there you have, the top left, one
Mhm.
in. Green Fox Farms again has done a a bunch of ornaments that she put into one pattern. Those are available on Etsy. I love the swirls lollipop and the gingerbread face.
Mhm.
Um, the classic granny bauble that speaks to my heart.
Yeah, they
And
are
the
such
bell,
great
yeah,
and you can do so
yeah.
much with them. That's what I love so much about them.
And they cost almost nothing to make.
They do. All right, popping over.
Oh, cool. So a couple of reindeer. I love the candy cane and the reindeer's mouth.
Yeah,
Um,
little
and the
candy cane holder.
bobble reindeer. Yep. The paw prints. Those would be great for dog lovers, right? We've got another
Mhm.
granny bauble up
Mhm.
there.
And that little
And the mushroom is
stocking,
cute. Uh-huh. Little stockings.
those are super
And
cute.
let me see
Um,
if I can figure out. Um, yeah, I apologize for not knowing what some of these are, but the one in the lower right-hand corner is hilarious.
is that a little
And
owl?
I think it is. Let me see if I can find it. I think that might be first on my list. Oh, there it is. It is an owl. You win the prize, Biz, for a guess that ornament. No, it's a little owl. It's so cute.
It is the cutest. We've got a question from Ariana. I'm gonna just pop this up real quick. As a new crocheter, I'm thinking what you meant to say what is an easy pattern for Christmas? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ariana. But a lot of the patterns that we're putting up today are very beginner friendly.
Mhm.
And a lot of them actually do come with video tutorials and things of that nature as well.
Right.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
another page of
All
cuteness.
right. So down in the lower left, one in is a mosaic. So juniper and oaks is known, Erin is known for her mosaic. So
Mhm,
she's done
mhm.
an overlay mosaic
Mhm.
ornament there. She actually has, I think last year, she did a crochet along that was a bobble a week or a bobble a day or something. So she's got a
Fun.
whole series
And I know
of
she just came out with a
bobbles.
new stocking too.
Yep, she's doing a crochet along this weekend. I
Mhm.
love the tree on the sled. Oh my gosh,
Isn't that
so
the
cute.
cutest? And I love the little birds too. I'm a big fan of birds. I don't know why, because
Yeah.
I find myself you know how I'm anti bandwagon for pretty much anything. And so of course in my youth, when everybody was like, "Oh, I just love robins and oh, I just love cardinals and oh, I love all these things." I'm like, "No, I don't like any of them." And
No.
I find myself as I get older and older, I'm like, "Boy, I really love cardinals. They're so pretty." And I think what helped me with it is being in Florida. This is kind of like the migration stop off zone.
Oh,
And so we
yeah?
get so many birds, and we have cardinals that live in our trees year round. They're just amazing.
Wow.
And so ever since then, I have really just been like a bird fan. I think they're just fantastic animals.
Well, we here in the Lehigh Valley, we have a pair of cardinals, a mom and a
Okay.
dad.
Hmm.
They're the ones who hang out all the time. They're on the bird
Yeah.
feeder, and we have robins galore in this
Oh,
area.
fun.
Just wow. They
We
come
get a
in
lot of blue
flocks.
jays here.
Ooh, we very rarely see them. I think when they're kind of migrating through, we see them.
Hmm.
And
Alrighty.
before
Now,
you go on,
uh-huh.
ugly sweater, lower right-hand corner, 1 in, that's called the ugly
Yeah.
sweater.
Oh,
Gotta
that's
do it.
fun. I love ugly sweaters. They're like my jam. Oh, these are mine. Sorry, because
Yay.
I had forgotten to send my pictures to Deb, and so she said, make it slide." So these are mine. This is called the candy bauble ornament, and then the rustic Christmas tree ornament. They're not huge. I have a tutorial for this one, not yet for this one, but you can find them on the rustic one on YouTube. But like I said, ornaments are my favorite. And I do want to show you though. I know I keep derailing this thing. Um, I want to show you a fun one that I just made yesterday.
Oh,
Doesn't that remind you
that's so
of
cute.
Mrs. Claus's hat?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh, it keeps
it
moving. So just to see if it looked normal in any other color combination, I did a blue and a green one.
oh my gosh. You're killing me, Biz. That one, I
So
love that color combo. The
me too.
sparkle yarn. Oh my
A
gosh.
great way to use up
So
all
cute.
those little bitty balls. All right. Okay, so back to all
Oh,
right,
all right, now
another super
let's go back.
popular.
Yeah, let's go back to ornaments, and I'm gonna do a shout out here as best I can. All right,
Oh, yes,
so
ornaments, sorry.
right? So the bell that you saw, Simply Melanie Jane, Dora Does, um, the Loopy Lamb, um, Zamigas, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm so very sorry. Nana's Crafty Home, Simply Hooked by Janet, Hooked on Patterns. Oh, she had a bunch. Rafa Musa Designs had some. Keep Calm and Crochet On UK. Then we have Spin a Yarn, Sweet Bee Crochet. Um, oh, that one is not listed. Little World of Whimsy. I love that. Nikki's Homemade Crafts, Stitched by Faye. Um, Juniper and Oaks, Kathy's Cozies, and Busy Crochet. Wah!
Ta-da!
All right, so that gives a shout out to those who contributed to that section.
And thank you for
Oh,
contributing.
look at all these
You little
snowmen. Oh my
snowman.
gosh. And they're tabletop, they're
Mhm.
ornaments, um, they're they're just all kinds of different things. But I these are so cute. Let me
They
see if
are.
I've got there's an ice cream snowman. Where is he? I don't know which one he is. There's a pillow in here somewhere. It may be on the next slide. Um,
Okay, let's
yeah, we've got a
see.
bunch of snowmen. Yeah, there
I
you
just
go.
I just
So,
bounced. Oh, there it is.
the pillow,
There's the
yep,
pillow.
with the buffalo plaid scarf, that's hilarious. Um, and another
Mhm.
tissue box cover, fabulous. And then in the lower right-hand corner, I went ahead and included this because we are talking about decorations, but we don't wanna leave baby's room out, right? So that
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
lovey with a
Aw,
snowman topper,
cute.
right? And then in the
Alright.
upper left-hand corner by Sweet Potato 3, that's actually a baby hat and snuggly.
Oh, cute.
So decorations for baby.
Yep. Snowmen are super cute.
Cute, cute
I tend to
snowman.
decorate in everything. So, like, if it has to do with Christmas and it has a theme, I kinda just buy it if I like it, you know? I know because my
Just
mom
do it.
was, like, super into snowmen. Everything she had was snowmen. She didn't have anything else. And I was like, "Okay, I should choose something. I need to choose my theme for Christmas." So I started on Santa Clauses, and then I'm like, but I like that thing over there, and it has reindeer on it." Or I like that thing over there, and it's got snowmen on it. So I decided, you know what? I'm buying it if I like it.
You know what? Just go with it. Um,
Yes.
all right, so I'm gonna give a shout
Oh,
out
let
to our
yep, shout outs for
snowmen.
snowmen.
Right, here we go. The Loopy Lamb, Joe to the World, Pocket Yarnlings, A Crocheted Simplicity,
Mhm.
Nana's Crafty Home, Hooked on Patterns, Rafa Musa Designs, Spin a Yarn Crochet, Juniper and Oak, no, Jen Hayes Creation, sorry. Glasses are not working so well today. Sweet Potato 3, Easy on the Tongue, and Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Those are
Mhm.
shout outs to our snowmen.
And like we were saying before, any of these, excuse me, can be turned into garlands or ornaments, or you can make a whole
Mhm.
family of them. I actually have a pattern that I think I put it on the link list, but I didn't include it in the pictures here. But I have ones where it's a family of snowmen, and I keep them on my shelf at Christmas. Oh my goodness, I hate these camera things.
It's so
And
cute.
each one of them has a different accessory. So, like, the dad has the black hat and the red scarf, the mom has the, earmuffs, and then I've got different hats for each of the kids. There's 3 different kid styles. So, you
Oh my
can
god, they're
really
so cute.
you can personalize them and make them fun and just really have a blast with it.
Yeah, I love these choices for snowmen. So cool.
Me too. Alrighty,
Ah,
next up is
stockings.
stockings. Stockings are so
Yeah,
popular.
I know. Your favorite coaster person, Marsha,
Yes.
did the top 2 middle stockings
Okay.
and the lower left corner and the lower right second one in.
Oh my
She
goodness.
did those,
Mhm.
yeah, she did those 4. Um, Not your ordinary stocking. I can't, oh, I
She's
think
got
that's the lower left-hand corner.
yeah, she's got a bag, one of those ones that has the longer handle and the smaller handle. It's called Not Your Ordinary Handbag, and it's super textured with lots of front posts and it's got a cabley look to it, and it's got bobbles. It's a really, really beautiful bag.
Yeah, I think that she used the same theme for that
Yeah.
stocking lower left, and then
Mhm.
the imagination stocking is the lower right, second one in. Those are the
Okay.
mini stockings, and then the
Right.
big stocking is on the top row,
Right.
and then the other one is, she just calls it, what does she call it? Um, I don't see it here. Got your not your ordinary. I thought that maybe that's someone else's. Yeah, that must be someone else's on the top. My bad.
Okay.
Um,
But the great thing about stockings is that they're one of the things that like it even if you don't keep stuffies or whatever, stockings seem to last almost generations.
oh
Because
yeah,
we still have stockings from like when we were babies, and I'm 50 now, 52. And who knows if my kids will keep it? I don't know. But we've got stockings from when my kids were babies, and they just are always there, and we decorate every single year with them.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom now it wasn't she wasn't a crocheter, she was a cross stitcher.
Uh-huh.
Um, I have a cross-stitched full-size stocking for every member of the family, including the 2 grandsons and my dog,
Oh,
and they're
that's cool.
cross-stitched. I mean, they're insane. Um, but they're heirlooms. We every Black
Mhm.
Friday, we put them up in a almost ceremonial fashion. They're just
Isn't that fun?
I know. Yeah, it's great. But
It
these are
is creating those
beautiful.
memories over and over and over again and reliving the good memories and making new ones.
Yeah. Oh, there's the one you were talking about, the
Oh, yeah,
mosaic, which
juniper.
is the
Mhm.
left hand, right? So that's juniper and oaks. The middle one is called his stocking.
Okay.
And I believe that juniper and oaks did the one on the right as well. That's cozy alpine stocking. And
Okay.
that's actually the end of our stocking presentation. So let me give a shout out
Mhm.
to I don't have the name Marsha. Is it
Marsha.
Marsha Yarn Doodles?
That's her name is,
That
Marsha Sparks, but she goes by Marsha Yarn Doodles, so yes.
gotcha. We want everybody to know that business name. Then we have Nikki's Homemade Crafts, at Crochet. Let's see, Juniper and Oaks I already mentioned. Um, and I'm probably forgetting one, but that is it for now.
Okay, that's a good group,
Mhm.
and I think is that the end?
That is it.
Okay. Alright, that's it for that. Okay, and we're
We're
back.
back.
Yes. Alright, so, if anybody has anything that they have questions about, whatever, just give a shout. We will answer as much as, thoroughly as we can. Um, and then we've got one more thing on our coasters turned into ornaments. You can take pretty much anything and turn it into an ornament. You can take small squares that you would use in
Mhm.
another setting or in an Afghan or whatever. You can turn those into ornaments. The fun thing is just being really creative with what you're doing. Be you and have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you could even take a square, um, and put a picture on it and make it a personalized, "This is a tribute to you in this year," or whatever.
Sure, absolutely. There's just so many things that you can do. I know ornaments were kind of the big subject today,
Mhm.
and like I said, we've got the downloadable link for you in the comments. Make sure that you pick up a copy of that because there's a ton. I mean, there's a ton of patterns in
You
this
will
in this.
not be disappointed. I mean, it's not a fancy
No.
document, I did put pictures in it. Um, it basically has the links to everything that you saw in the presentation.
Yeah,
So
and the
just
reason
click
we
on
did that
them.
is because to put them in the description would have gone over like our word count. So it just there's so many.
I tried, I really tried, but there's no way. So
Yeah, it
we've
just
got
didn't
that
work.
instead. So it'll be in the comments. It's also going to be I know I put it in my description, the link to
Mhm.
that particular document,
And I will as
and
well.
a link to a couple of my ornaments.
Mhm.
I had a picture of one of them in there, and this is sort of a variation of it. But of course,
Oh, that's so
I'm a
cute.
granny square fiend, so this is a variation of my mini granny stocking. This is an ornament. The one that I have in the presentation actually has a cuff at the
Okay,
top, and then it hangs from the tree.
okay.
And I put bells on that one. This one has fur.
Here's another thing that I love about stuff like that, where it actually has an opening and like it's two-piece, so you can actually slide
Yeah.
something in there. If you make them just a little bit bigger, you can use them for gift card. You can stick
Yep.
uh, peppermint sticks in there. You can put pieces of candy in there. They can be a whole gift unto themselves, and you don't have to spend a ton of money or use a super hard pattern. It doesn't have you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It can just be that
Right.
easy.
Yeah, I made this one with DK weight yarn. So if you just
Nice.
went up to worsted weight,
Yep,
it would provide that extra pocket width to
yep.
do this
You've got an
actually
entire
this would
a
actually
gift.
fit.
Yes.
Yeah, this would actually fit a gift card. So there's my gift
Oh,
card.
that's fun.
It's perfect for that. Mhm.
Yep, and you can make gift bags out of that stuff. That's another way for you to stretch a pattern, especially if you're spending money on patterns. I know there's a lot of free stuff out there, and you can do a lot with the free patterns. But for those that do charge for their patterns, if you want to get a little bit more out of it, play around with your yarn weights, your hook sizes, and your colors, of course. Dig into your stash, see what you can do, because that is a
Yep,
way to stretch your yarn dollars, your crafting dollars, and your Christmas budget.
absolutely. Um, yeah, I love there are lots of different decorations. We limited it to these 5
Mhm.
categories,
Yeah.
but there are many more
Oh,
categories that
yeah.
you can, um, decorate your house with. We're actually gonna talk next week a little bit about a couple of other categories, but we're
Yes.
gonna make it all about us. So
Yeah. We're gonna be yeah, next week we're definitely gonna be focusing on home decor, the section of Christmas decorating, and then,
yeah,
I think we're also planning to share some of our favorite, uh, recipes.
recipe.
Woo! There went the word.
Oh
Recipes,
my gosh.
food and
Uh,
crochet.
there you go. I guess I'm gonna have to write down that recipe that's in my head now, right?
Yes. Well, if it's proprietary to your family, then don't worry about it.
My mother-in-law stood me in the kitchen and goes, "This is how you make it." And I went, "Okay." And it never got written down. So
Oh,
I
funny.
probably should write it down in case
Yeah.
the brain
Well,
goes,
listen,
right?
at some point, you could make a, recipe book as a gift for your children's, and
There you go. I like
so
it.
you it's a whole history of the food.
This is what you like. Make
Yes.
it.
Oh, Ariana says she also learned how to do tatting. Tatting is an amazing
Mm,
skill. I have always wanted to learn how to do that, and I never did, and I'm shooting myself in the foot now, but that's really talented. Like, I can't tat.
yeah,
My grandma can tat, and I love the little, they're so dainty. Everything's so dainty. It's
they're
beautiful.
very delicate. Yeah.
They are for sure. That's awesome. Alrighty. So I think have we covered everything that we meant to cover this week?
We've covered everything we meant to. I mean, you and I could talk for another couple hours, but
Oh yeah. I mean,
maybe we
oh,
shouldn't
we could
today.
wear
But
everybody out. You want to be worn out today?
stick with us.
Just hang
We got you
around.
covered.
We'll just stay live until the batteries run out.
No, my computer's plugged in, so we're
Oh,
here.
it's never
We're
gonna
here for
happen.
the long we're here for the long haul,
Oh
darling.
my gosh, yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I have a
geez.
little dog who is actually like, "Hey, mom, you're gonna have to let me out soon." So,
Oh my
oh,
gosh, that's
oh,
hilarious.
I should actually start timing this because she does it every time I sit down to do a podcast. She's like, "I'm so needy. I need to go outside." No, you really don't. But
No, I think your dog is playing you. She may not know
oh
she's
no.
playing you, but she's playing you.
Uh,
Oh, good. Ariana's tablet is plugged in. Yay!
so
So the
power,
3 of us are just gonna stick
to the
around
podcast.
for we're just gonna stick around.
We're hanging out. Alrighty. Okay, so let's talk about what have we been watching this week? What did you
Oh
watch
my
this week?
gosh. Um, I guess I'll go first. So NCIS Sydney is getting a little bit better. The characters are
Okay,
beginning to flesh out a little bit. So that that right now, other than reality TV, is about the only thing that's playing at a regular time slot. So, which is how my husband and I kind of roll during the week. Um,
sure.
so until all the
You
shows
guys are
come back
without
after
baseball right now,
Christmas,
right? You don't have any baseball, right?
Baseball was over in October. No,
Okay, okay.
beginning of
There we go.
November, but it's all about football. So now NFL, of course, you know this.
Yes.
It used to be that it was Sunday and then Thursday night. That was it. But
Yes.
then the networks figured out that they could make more money.
More
So
money.
now I think there might be 2 Monday night games, 1 or 2. There's a Thursday night game, and they're just all over the place on Sunday. Um, yeah, so the Eagles got their rear ends handed to them on a nice big old fat platter on
Oh my
Sunday.
goodness.
It was horrendous to watch.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but and this, of course, this week they play Dallas, their arch rival, but in Dallas. So who knows? It thankfully it's Sunday night football and I go to bed early, so I don't have to watch it.
It should be a good game, though. Dallas has been doing really good
It
this
should
year,
be.
and, I think the Eagles have been doing pretty good this year, but they don't seem quite as, like, "Hoo la la" as they were last year, but I will say this, I'm a Packer girl, and I was super proud of the fact that they swamped the Chiefs on Sunday.
Yay!
Yes,
Yay!
because I don't know why, I just lack love for the Chiefs. Don't There's no hate in my heart. I just don't love them. So I was really, really glad because the Packers have been struggling. Of course, Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets and now he's out completely for the season.
Yeah, but
And
except he's not playing anyway.
right. And like, is he even
Ah,
on the sidelines much anymore? And
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't really been watching any Jets games. And Tony hasn't been talking about it. So I don't have that secondhand information that I normally have. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I watch all of these games. I know a lot about football only because he talks. So, that and he likes to watch all of the games, so I get a lot of passive information by listening to the commentators. So anyway, but I did watch the Packer game and I was really proud of Jordan Love. They did a really good job, and I'm really hopeful that this is the upswing for them because they actually made it and I think they're in the playoffs now. They're like
They
they're
already
like
know
wild
that?
cardy, I think, but and they're right down the bottom, but they squeaked it in.
Well, of course, we're at the place where the Eagles are trying to get home field advantage through the playoffs, which they
Mhm.
have done in the past. Um, if they lose to Dallas on Sunday, it's not gonna be a huge it just means that both teams now will have the same record, but they'll still be at the top of the division. So it's not like this is a do or die, but they've spent the entire season winning, and we all look at each other and go, "How did they just do that?"
Yeah.
They they're a great team. They really are a great team,
Yeah.
but they play like caca in the first half and then come
It's like the
back.
Packers.
It's like the miracle team,
Oh my
and
god.
Jalen Hurts is just amazing, but they just
Yes.
haven't gotten their stuff together. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping that this week they figure out how to play football. We'll
And
see. They're really good.
I was really impressed that the roughing officials were not, um, quite as biased towards the Chiefs as they normally are. Because there's been this rumor that going around that the NFL is scripting stuff, that they have people that they want to win, right? And so um and we've been watching and so of course our conspiracy theory blah blah blahs have been on fire because we're saying, oh, watch the roughing. Of course, they're making it so that these certain teams win. I don't know that I believe that, but and I just so that all of you don't think that we are. Hi, Dawn. So glad that you joined us. Happy holidays to you as well. And our Facebook user, your granddaughter's trying out for girls wrestling. Yes, go girls wrestling. And Kim, bye, Kim. Thank you so much. We are going to have a great weekend, and we hope the same for you. And I don't know who Rebus is. And Facebook user, thank you. You're welcome, and thanks for joining us. Just wanted to
Other than
throw this
that,
out
I
there.
mean, it
Mhm.
sounds like I've been watching a lot of football. I really am not.
You know
I
what?
watch the
I
Eagles,
like
that's about
sounding like
it,
I know
but
what I'm talking about.
I love it.
I like it. I like being able to have a conversation and sound not like a ditzy broad.
Yeah, but other than NCIS Sydney, I mean, we're still working
Mhm,
our way through White Collar. We love all those shows, Bosch, all that stuff. We're still working our way through all those seasons, so
mhm,
we just haven't been sitting in front of the TV very much lately.
mhm.
So,
And quite honestly, I don't think I have either. Oh, wait, I am gonna take that back. Of course I have. But we got the Discovery Plus channel last week, so that's my new
mhm,
thing. And they have lots of like life interest type of shows. I am currently addicted to my 600-pound life. It is an amazing diet because I watch it and my heart goes out to these people and I'm very aware of what I'm eating now. Let me just say that. Um
mhm.
so no judgment, not at all. But I don't want to end up there myself. And so I have been on a sugar bender for
Oh,
like,
dear.
oh yeah, for like 3 weeks straight now. And this show has been like, girl, you need to go get some fruit. Get some fruit back in your house. So it's just made me very aware. But beyond that, I have also started watching they have a lot of really great true crime shows, and so I've been watching some documentary style ones where
Mhm.
it's not where they just tell you the story of what happened, and it's not like the cops are involved or anything like that, but it's just very interesting, and right now I'm actually watching the President Kennedy the doctors that took care of him in the ER, they've made a documentary with them about
Oh
them
gosh.
and what actually happened and oh there's some I'm a conspiracy theory girl. Now I don't live by them, but I sure like them. And I 'cause it's like safe gossip, right? So if there's any such thing, but I like to find out because, everything gets covered up and very interesting so far. I'm not all the way through it, but it's been very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
about conspiracy theories, but I'm positive we haven't heard the whole story. I
oh
think
dear
we
Lord,
heard
no.
what we were meant to hear, and that's it. I lived through that. I was in elementary school when he was assassinated, and
Oh, really?
it was traumatic. I came home to my mother crying, and then it was kind of the first time that we had seen any, um, news in progress, things
Mm,
unfolding as it happened. We only
mhm.
had 3 networks back then. Yes, I'm dating myself. 3 networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC,
Oh, that's
and
okay. They only had
so
3 my entire childhood too.
yeah, so I there wasn't a lot of coverage of that kind of thing, but that was so enormous
Mm,
that, you know, it affected everybody regardless of how you
mhm,
felt about it. It was just so
mhm.
traumatic.
While I was watching and Walter Cronkite, man, he was just phenomenal. But they
Mhm.
did, of course, him announcing that the president had passed and stuff, and the camera lingered on him, and you can see him just struggling with the emotion of it. And it's so heart wrenching. And I'll tell you what, I just sit there and cry because I look
Mm.
at that woman having to climb on the back of the car and take a piece of her husband and bring it back. I mean, like just everything they had to go through, it absolutely breaks my heart. And what a horrible situation to find yourself in. And then, you know, that you had to be part of the cover up because you know that all of the information was not put out there.
Yeah.
It wasn't truthful and you have to be complicit to it.
Well, that sounds like a documentary I might be interested in.
It's really good. I'll get you the name of it. But anyway, I want to address everybody so we're not missing anyone. Dawn, she's mailing her gifts today, but she hasn't gotten her cards done yet. You know what? I stopped doing cards. except for the occasional person. And Dawn says that she remembers her teacher crying. I was hiding as an egg in my mom's ovaries at the time that this happened. So I don't have any personal, but like I love history. Love, love, love history. And because my family is so history rich. And so I love to learn about the things that happened in different time periods to increase my knowledge, but also because I don't want it to be lost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty. So, uh, that okay, that's what I'm watching. I know it went down a totally different track, but,
We did.
I
That's all
yeah,
right.
it's just been, for TV time with Tony, it's our usual, our trash reality TV, so I've you just don't need to know about all that stuff. It's
And
not
my
worth
TV life
talking
right now
about.
is very boring, so what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
So, but alright, swinging it back around to crochet. We hope that you guys have gotten something out of this week's podcast. Please take advantage of the link that we've provided for you with
Mhm.
the links to all of the designers that contributed their information for their pictures to be shared here, and make sure that you visit them, give them some love and thank them.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely.
we will, like we said, we'll be back here again next Friday, but next Friday is going to be our last podcast for the month of December because we're going to take a couple
For
of
the
weeks off.
year.
Oh, yeah, you could say that
For
too.
the
For
year!
the
Yes,
rest
for
of
the year.
2023.
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh!
um,
Which isn't that long.
yeah, it really isn't. It's going to go so fast. And that's the thing I hate about the holidays. It's like it takes forever to get here and then poof, it's gone. And
Yep.
so we're going to take some time off to just really soak it all in and be with our families. And we will be back here, of course, after the first of the year. But make sure that you come next Friday because we've got some
One more.
last minute, yeah, we've got some last minute crochet information and patterns and things of that nature that we want to share with you so that you can continue to have fun preparing for your holiday season coming up. And are there any last minute words that you would like to share for this week, my dear?
Just, take care of yourselves. It's easy to get I'm gonna philosophize here, but
Go,
it's
girl.
easy in December to get lost in all of the things swirling around you. So,
Mhm.
all of the activities, all of the demands on your time, all of the things that you can't control. So for me, getting lost in a little bit of crochet in
Mhm.
my favorite chair with doggy curled up at my feet helps me to recharge and feel like, okay, I got a little bit of control here. It's going to be okay. So just take
Yeah.
some time to take care of yourself in December. January, we're going to talk a lot about taking care of yourself, but you still need to do it now.
Mhm. And
Those are
if
my
you
words of wisdom.
yeah, if you can, if you're not already completely stressed out trying to make gifts for everyone for Christmas, um, I encourage you to allow yourself a lot of grace. If you can't get them all done, you know what? It's going to be okay. And even if you can only I know there was one Christmas where we didn't have any money, so I crocheted the whole Christmas for my family. And my kids still say that's our favorite Christmas ever. But I put so much pressure on myself to produce because I wanted a big
Mhm.
Christmas. We don't have to do that because the simplicity.
Just being together.
Yeah, the
Just being
simplicity.
together. Yep,
The love is what
I
you
like
need.
it.
Dawn says she's watching or has watched Christmas with the Cranks. Find your favorite Christmas movie, y'all. Your favorite
Coming up
holiday
this weekend. Coming up this weekend. Yep, it's Elf
for sure.
all the way, baby.
Yep.
Elf.
Find your favorites, put them on, get happy.
Yep.
Alrighty, we're gonna say goodbye. You guys have a great week because I'm about to start coughing.